Hello and welcome to a slightly different kind of themed video as it is Christmas time. I've gone ahead, I've gone around, made us a little tier list here with a bunch of Pokemon that I think kind of fit the Christmas theme as it is the holidays. And we are going to go ahead, we're going to put them into a little bit of a rating. Now, the rating is going to be a little bit random. I don't really have a solid plan for how these are going to be rated, but they're definitely going to be rated on how Christmassy they are, okay? I don't know what that means, you don't know what that means. I'm going to tell you one thing, we have ourselves a lot of variation right here. We have ourselves Christmas trees like Snow and Mega Sceptile. We have ourselves some ornaments. I went with the stars of Jirachi, Minior, and Staryu. I thought Chingling looked kind of good as an ornament, but I think my personal favourite one, that's probably the least obvious here, out of all of these, is probably Colossal, right? You might be wondering, why is Colossal on a Christmas tier list? Simple. Naughty kids get coal, okay? That's what I was told. I believe it, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start things off with a bit of Snow. Now, Snow, right, I think it's the most well-known Christmas tree Pokemon, right? Purely because it's a grass type, it's an ice type, it's a snowy tree, right? It kind of fits, but I don't think it really has the whole dynamic of a Christmas tree. Overall, I think it's kind of good. It's kind of Christmassy, but it's not top tier. I think it goes in B tier, pretty average. We can start off real nice and average. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. I'm tempted to put it in C, but I think B fits it a little bit better as it does kind of fit the season. A lot like Swordsbuck, it's going to fit the season. Chingling is interesting. Chingling is an ornament, kind of works. You see a lot of bells around Christmas time. It kind of works. I think Chingling, probably an A tier. I think Chingling is an A tier. Colossal, obviously, Naughty Kids Get Coal, it's S tier, right? That's no debate there. Absolutely no debate there. That's where it goes. Comfey is a little bit weird. I know you're thinking Comfey looks like a spring Pokemon, but honestly, I thought it kind of fit as a Christmas wreath. But I will admit, it's definitely C tier at max, because it is a very sort of springtime, flowery Pokemon that really doesn't fit Christmas too well, but it's the best thing I could think of for a wreath. In case I didn't mention it, I made this tier list, and that's why some things are probably pretty bad. Feel free to add to it in the comments or anything like that. I would love to hear other Christmas-like Pokemon that I have forgotten, because I'm sure there's some. There's a lot of Pokemon in the game. I've probably forgotten some. Now, Cryogonal is a hard one. It's not really Christmassy, but it is a snowflake. And that does fit the season. So I think purely on the season, we're going to put it in B tier. It's kind of like Snow, they're both B tier because they fit the season. Delibird, it's obviously top of S tier. Delibird is the best fitting Pokemon, okay? There is no doubt in my mind that Delibird is the Pokemon when you think of Christmas, okay? It's the amount of times it's been shown as the Christmas Pokemon going out giving out presents and stuff like that in the anime for Pokemon and everything. Obviously S tier. Absolutely, obviously. Jirachi is definitely a hard one to place. I think Jirachi might be the first D tier, because while it is a star, it's not even a 5-pointed star. It does very, very bad. It does a very, very bad job at even being a star to put on top of your tree, okay? It definitely struggles. Unlike Staryu, Staryu is a nice 5-pointed star, so is Minior. They're both pretty good. They fit the theme a lot better, in my opinion. Jirachi, D tier. It's a great Pokemon, but not really Christmassy. It's here because I sort of started running out of ideas. But anyway, next up we have Jinx. Now Jinx, while you might not think it, I think it has potential S tier. And my reason for this is there is an episode that came out called Holiday Hijinks where Santa in the Pokemon anime was shown to own a Jinx. So I think Jinx actually gets into S tier, surprisingly enough. It feels really weird to put it there because you don't think of Jinx when you think of Christmas necessarily, but the fact that it's literally Santa's Pokemon, I mean, I guess we sort of have to put it S tier. It's a high tier Pokemon. Mega Sceptile is a lot like a Christmas tree. I think it's kind of around the same area as Snow. I don't know if I want to drop it into B tier, or if it deserves to be one higher because it kind of fits the appearance. It's got the green and red of Christmas, even yellow to an extent is kind of symbolic of Christmas. It's got a big old tail that kind of works as a tree. I think we're going to put it high B tier. We're going to run it a little bit like this. the further to the left they are, the better they are in that tier. So I think Sceptile beats out Abomasnow for me. To be honest, I think... no, Abomasnow beats out Cryogonal. I think this is fine. I think this is fine right here. Mime Jr. Mime Jr. is a weird one, okay? This is definitely a weird one. This is the closest Pokemon I could find to an elf. Listen. There's not exactly an elf Pokemon, okay? If there is, and I forgot it, oh dear. But Mr. Mime is our elf, okay? Well, Mime Jr. even. I think Mime Jr. fits better than Mr. Mime. However, it's a pretty hard one. I think it fits more than Jirachi, but less than Comfey. I think you could notice that Comfey is a reef easier than you could notice that Mime Jr. is an elf. Minior's B tier. I think it goes above the Snowflake but below Christmas Trees because it goes on top of it. I think Staryu is actually exactly the same. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun with that one, but I think these two, both just really good Christmas toppers. Personally, I would love to have a Minior on top of my Christmas tree. Hopefully that's what I wake up to. That would be great. Preferably in this form and not its silly shielded shell form because that form is ugly. This form, much better. You get a nice 5-pointed star. It fits so nicely. Sawsbuck and Stantler. Now, honestly, these two, they're kind of similar, right? You've got Stantler, which is a deer, Sawsbuck, which is a deer, but winter. Crazy, I know. I think Sawsbuck, personally, A tier. I think it's top of A tier for Christmas, and I think Stantler is just behind it. Honestly, they're both super good. They're both deer Pokemon. Obviously, they fit with the whole reindeer thing of Rudolph and all of the rest. Overall, high A tier. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take this little boy Snom. Snom's going to go ahead. Snom's going to zoom. He's going to zoom through all the competition. He's going to go, and he's going to go right to the top in Snom tier, where Snom belongs, above S tier, because Snom is the most joyful Pokemon of all time. It brings me joy in the Christmas giving times. The whole point of Christmas is for happiness and stuff like that. And you know what? Snom brings happiness. Snom above Delibird. That's right, I said it. Snom is beautiful. Snom top of S tier. This is obviously a joke, and peace.